Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to beautiful autumnal Taichung. We are here to discuss some of the most commonly misused English words used by Taiwanese people when speaking my mother tongue. Because if you're anything like me, then when you hear somebody using a long, new, impressive word that they've just learned in the wrong context, it will absolutely drive you photosynthesis. So the point of this video is for me to show you what I feel are some of the most commonly misused English words here in Taiwan. But first, before we get into that, I want to say an extra special thanks to online language school LINGODA, with whom I've partnered up with on this video, because they have a genuinely fantastic offer for all of my subscribers regarding their LINGODA language sprint. And the best part about it is you can do it for absolutely free if you follow a few of their simple rules. More on that later, but as for now, let me give you the first word which I most commonly overhear being used incorrectly here in Taiwan, and it's a simple one, but it's often mistakenly used. It is case. Not a bookcase, not a briefcase, not a suitcase, a case, as in a project or something that you have to do regarding your job or your schoolwork. Many people in Taiwan use the word case when they should be using the word project or even something as simple as a situation. I often overhear my co-teachers in school using the word case when they should be referring to a potential new student. For example, they'll tell me, "We have a new case coming in on Friday. Can you give her an evaluation?" In this situation, we definitely shouldn't be using case. It kind of takes away the personal feeling of dealing with another person. Not to mention, some of my friends who work in the sales industry, they will talk about how they closed 3 cases, meaning that they made 3 sales that day. Again, case is just too serious of a word to be using for that particular situation. And one more thing I should say is that if you do use this word case in the wrong situation or the wrong scenario, then a native speaker such as myself will understand and will be able to follow what you're talking about. But I feel like what I really want to help you do is become more natural and use words the same way that native speakers such as myself would do. As the whole reason for learning a language at a high level is to communicate efficiently, I feel making a mistake such as this is counterproductive to learning. So for us native speakers, the most common use of the word case would be when a police officer is investigating a criminal case or something equally as serious as that. I think I've talked too long about this first example. Therefore, I'm gonna make number 2 nice and quick. So let me show you something very quickly. This is a scooter. This is a motorcycle. This is not a motorcycle. It's a scooter. So knowing the difference between a scooter and a motorcycle will immediately eliminate a huge mistake from your English vocabulary. Anyway, on to the next one. And for this, I'm going to show you a beautiful drone shot of a beautiful boat next to a beautiful island full of YouTubers. Not my drone, not my footage, and unfortunately, not my boat. But what you could see in that footage was me and a group of other YouTube friends traveling somewhere for fun. For fun, not to play. I know and understand that in Chinese, you have 我去玩 or 我去台北玩, 我去台中玩. I go to Taichung to play, but you cannot just directly translate the same verb from Chinese into English. You're gonna sound like your English is below the level at which it actually is. In English, we only use the word play for sports or games. We don't just randomly go to places to play. Therefore, the next time your friend asks you why you went to Kenting, instead of telling them to play, you will tell them, I went there for fun, for a holiday, to take a vacation, just to relax. Unless, of course, you did go there to compete in some particular sport or game, in which case you must add the activity after the verb. We don't just use the word play without an activity after it. Therefore, you went to play basketball, you went to play football, or went to play Ninja Warrior, whatever it is. Like I said, we don't just say, I went to play. I guarantee if you tell a native speaker that you went to play, then their response is gonna be, play what? So just quickly, before I get to the final couple of mistakenly used English words here in Taiwan, let me give you another handy hint on how you can boost your English as well, of course, as watching this channel, which is going to bring me nicely to the partner of today's video, LINGODA, and their LINGODA language sprint. Now, apparently LINGODA also offer courses in several other languages, including French, German, Spanish, as well as a more specific business English. But what I'm here to specifically recommend to you today is the English LINGODA language super sprint. And the reason that I'm happy to recommend them to you is because if you register and sign up before the December the 19th deadline using the link and code in the description down below, and you complete a class every day as part of their 3-month super sprint event, then you will be entitled to a full 100% refund of any monies paid. But if, like me, you find yourself often at the lazier end of the spectrum and enjoy the occasional day off without committing every day for 3 months to this course, they also offer a sprint by where if you attend 50% of the classes, just 15 a month over the 3-month period, then you'll get 50% of the initial money back that you paid. Again, pretty good deal, and allows you that little bit of flexibility, not having to commit. If you have any questions about it, then by all means put them in the comment section down below. I'll try my best to answer, but yes, I think it's a pretty good deal. So go sign up using the link in the description below, and you'll also be given an additional 10 euros off of the registration fee, which will also come back to you in full if you complete the language sprint and complete a class every day. But anyway, enough of that, and on to the next word, which is a word that I've been hearing less and less as I've gotten older over the past 12 years, but that word that's often used mistakenly here in Taiwan is handsome. Now, as we all know, nowadays it is becoming more and more politically incorrect to comment on somebody's appearance, whether that's positively or negatively. But when I hear this word handsome being used to describe boys in my class and in my school, it really gets my goat. And yes, this may be more of a cultural observation rather than a language observation, but it's very seldom that you'll hear a native speaker back in England, America, or wherever talking about people as handsome. It's just not really what we do, especially when it comes to talking about kids. Being handsome or beautiful doesn't matter whether you are 6, 37 or 85 years old. What's more important is to use more endearing, well-earned adjectives. Tell your younger brother he's intelligent, kind, caring. Tell your sister she's articulate, loving and passionate about what she does. These aren't the words of a bitter, twisted, previously handsome, now haggard old man. It's just I'm absolutely fed up with the importance of beauty and handsomeness being passed on to younger kids. It just doesn't matter. Anyway, kind of got a little bit carried away and passionate on that one, but on to the next one. So on to the last and the final word that I wanted to include in today's video. And as with the motorcycle and scooter example, this is a very simple one. We don't live in a hotel. We sleep or stay in a hotel. We don't use live for any kind of temporary situation. We stay in a guest house, we sleep in a tent, or maybe even we crash at our friend's house. Again, I think that this example comes from a direct translation from Chinese into English, where in Chinese you would say that you lived in a hotel for the weekend. But anyway, with that one, I'm going to bring this video to an end and invite you to leave any other words that you think in the comment section down below. Any other words that you think are commonly misused here in Taiwan. I'm sure there's plenty of others that I've just not included due to time constraints. But also, if you have any other English questions or words that you would like some clarification on, then put them down in the comment section below and we can have a good old natter about it. Don't forget to go check out LINGODA in the description down below. I think that's it. Keep rambling as usual at the end of my videos. Don't like to say goodbye, but time to say it. as for now, and as always, I'll see you next time in My Life in Taiwan. Peace!